everyone, welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka. Today is the 16th of April. It is a Monday, the Monday back from the holidays. Welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka, and in studio with me I have Harith and I'm Pramir.
Hello everybody, I hope it was a wonderful weekend eating all the sweet meats from Aurobindo.
Yes, of course, it was very, very good.
Getting whacked on the head with pillows and breaking old muttis and all that.
Didn't get a chance to do that, but it was good to take a little bit of a break though, get together with some family and friends as well.
Yeah, same here. I was watching a lot of it on the TV. It was nice and, lovely to see something Sri Lankan, something. I think MTV Sports also did some segment on that as well. And we have a great show coming up for you today. We spoke last Monday about a conference that was happening for me about neuroscience. And today we have something special about a focus on dementia resulting from Alzheimer's. We have with us today in the studios Mr. Thami Thamettagama, who is the president of the Sri Lanka Alzheimer's Foundation, and he has a lot to share with us on that as well.
Yeah, and of course, before that, we're going to get into a couple of sporting stories. First off, is something that is well, sports has been a stage for a lot of things, including the stage to see excellence, stage to see resilience and effort, but now it looks like it's also going to be a stage to see social change. The Gulf state of Qatar is sending its first contingent of women to the Olympics, and we're going to take a look at one of the competitors who is extremely excited about being one of the first to represent her country, the women in her country at the Olympics. Let's take a look at that. Nada Akaji is training in Doha in preparation for her first Olympic Games representing Qatar. The small Gulf state is sending a contingent of women athletes to the Games for the first time. The 17-year-old swimmer will be training 6 days a week at Doha's Olympic pool. She receives 2 hours training every day except Fridays as she improves her freestyle stroke. Qatar has high hopes of hosting a future Olympic Games. Its bid for the 2016 Games failed, but it is now in competition with Madrid, Tokyo, Istanbul, Azerbaijan's capital Baku to host the 2020 Games. As part of its bid, Qatar plans to build a high-performance training center for female athletes in Doha. Nada Akaji is part of Qatar's 2020 bid committee for the Olympic Games and Paralympic Games. She was with the team when they handed their bid submission to the International Olympic Committee, IOC, in Lausanne. The IOC later handed Qatar 2 wildcard entries for female athletes, allowing Nada Akaji and Noor Al-Malki to take part in London. Interviewed recently at poolside, Nada Akaji said she was proud to be the only athlete to represent her country, Qatar, and said girls should be encouraged to carry on with any sport activity. It's good to see the women of Qatar being given a chance.
What I really find interesting there, Premi, is that, yes, Qatar is coming up with sports for women, but the sport being swimming. You could say that the conventional or the conservative persons think swimming is a bit of a sport not for women because they have to go swim in the water, swimwear, etc. I find it really interesting that they have taken a hands-on approach. Start there, swimming, no issues. It's a sport, and women should get involved with that, and that's really nice to see. Qatar getting along there. Also, on the same ground, the Olympics this time with beach volleyball, a sport that I prefer to watch, a wonderful sport. They have something with regard to the ladies being able to wear any proper swimwear, which gives even the not conservative types to participate in the game.
So definitely a sport you follow, huh, Harith?
Yes, a very sporty follower. And we have something more coming up as well, yes. Something regarding to a bit of sailing.
Yes. Another story, we do have a couple of stories about sailing as well as about sailing coming up, and all these stories today are a little bit in the water, isn't it?
Yes, we're getting into the water.
Yeah.
In this story, really, what has happened is the coastal tourism has been promoted by India, promoting sailing in the catamaran type of sailing. It's a very interesting thing how sport and tourism get together. For example, IPL. happening, Indian Premier League happening in India, bringing a lot of tourists. We saw the Englishmen in Sri Lanka for the test match. What a wonderful contingent they came, they partied, they probably gave our hotels wonderful business. Tourism and sport, and that's a story that we have coming up also.
And we're going to get into that story right now.
In a bid to promote coastal tourism and provide a platform to young sailors, the authorities in India's southern Andhra Pradesh state organized a tournament to nurture catamaran sailing and aim to propel the country on the world's sporting map. The authorities were initially apprehensive about the location, but since the event proved to be a roaring success last year, the same venue was selected once again. About 25 sailing clubs from all across the country, as well as 2 foreign participants, assembled in the city of Vishakhapatnam with a name to get exposure and learn the tricks of the trade from one another. The participants were impressed by the beauty of the seas and described the event as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. A total of 10 races have been scheduled for the championship.
The sea looks so nice and calm. It did give us quite a scare recently.
Oh yes, good thing to see the sea is quite calm, not coming into the killer waves, and you know, yeah, it's a
little bit of a flashback a lot of us experienced last week about the tsunami incident, and thankfully nothing happened. I actually drove past office when the sky came up, and you know, it was empty. It was absolutely empty an hour afterwards. And I was like, what am I doing here?
There was a rumor actually that someone told me that, I think my sister had got some news from us, and she has said that some water had flooded into Galle Face, and you know, I heard the alarms going, the sirens moving around in my area as well, and I also got a bit of a shock.
A little late for April Fools, but then again, it wasn't.
Well, it would have been a really crazy April Fool's prank to play, but yeah, good thing no one played such a prank, and good, I think maybe the seas, the nature, Mother Nature was, you know, giving a little, you know, tester there. And
a little bit of a tester.
Good thing that we've all ready and we were prepared,
Sri Lankans are very relaxed about it. Now we're going to get into another boating story. This time it's an annual contest between Oxford and Cambridge universities. There was an injury involved as well. It was a little bit of an exciting race. Let's take a look at that. The 158th annual varsity boat race between Oxford and Cambridge was dramatically halted when a swimming intruder in the River Thames was almost hit by the Oxford boat. The intruder was detained and the race umpire ordered a restart from around the halfway mark. The race began again after about 30 minutes, but there was more drama a minute into the race when the crew's oars clashed and one of the Oxford rowers ended with a broken blade. That effectively ended Oxford's challenge, and Cambridge sprinted away to win by several lengths. Well, there's a lot of excitement in the world of racing as well as boat racing, but I believe there has been a lot of excitement in the world of car racing as well recently.
Yeah, yesterday was the F1 leg in China, the Grand Prix coming up, actually being concluded yesterday with Mercedes having a complete overhaul, all 3 drivers on the podium, 1, 2, 3 from Mercedes-Benz, and being headed by a new chap, Rosenberg, exactly. And great to see that happening, and a bit of Oxbridge racing here as well.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a small commercial break, and on the other side of this, we will be speaking to Mr. Tami Tamathakama about dementia and Alzheimer's. Catch it on the other side of this.